It started like a normal evening in Mama Okap's compound. The sun had just dipped. The air carried that faint smell of firewood and fried fish from Ekayat's corner, and the compound was slowly settling into night mood. Chibuzo's girlfriend came again that day. She came smiling as usual, carrying a small nylon bag of food she bought on her way. Neighbors saw her enter, but nobody said anything. In a compound like this, people minded their business on the surface, but deep down, everybody stored information like journalists waiting for breaking news. That night, around 9 p.m., it started. At first, it was quiet, just faint whispers, laughter from Chibuzo's room, then the sound of music playing softly on his small speaker. But very soon, it changed. The girl's voice rose. At first, it was like a small moan, then it became louder, fuller, shameless, as though she forgot this was a compound with married men, single women, children, and of course, Mama Okap herself just across the yard. "Ah, Chibuzo, Chibuzo." She called his name like prayer, the kind of prayer that could wake even the dead. Mama Okap was inside her house, but every sound reached her ears clearly. Her eyes blinked in the darkness as she shifted on her bed, hearing every moan, every gasp, every cry of pleasure from that room opposite hers. It wasn't just ordinary noise. The girl was loud, too loud, the kind of loud that made even neighbors stop mid-conversation to glance at each other knowingly. Mama Okap lay still, listening. She couldn't help it. Something inside her chest burned slowly, something she didn't want to name yet. Thank God Mama Okap did not die of congee. It was 3 days after the loud night. The whole compound had carried on as usual, but there was this silent tension in the air. The single girls had giggled in whispers, the married women had exchanged glances, and even Okon, the bus driver, had cleared his throat unusually loud whenever Chibuzo passed by. But Mama Okap, she said nothing. She kept her face calm, her eyes unreadable, as though she didn't hear a single thing. Until that evening. Chibuzo was in his room watching Big Brother Naija on his small flat-screen TV when he heard the knock. Pock, pock, pock. He stood up, wondering who it was. When he opened the door, it was Mama Okap herself. She was dressed in only one wrapper tied loosely across her chest, the kind of wrapper women wear when they are done for the day. No bra, no blouse, just skin and cloth. The light from the hallway touched her face, making her look softer than usual. "Ah, Chichin," she called him the nickname the other tenants had given him. "Good evening, my son. How you dey?" "I'm fine, ma." She shifted the wrapper slightly, fanning herself with one hand. "Abeg, you get pour water for your fridge. I just come back now, heat the finished person for house." Chibuzo nodded quickly. "Yes, ma. No wahala, I get." He went inside to bring the water. When he returned, Mama Okap had already stepped into the room casually, her eyes moving around like someone curious but harmless. "Ah, you dey watch Big Brother Naija?" she asked, smiling. "I like this show well. They sabi entertain person." She pulled the chair near his bed and sat down slowly. The wrapper shifted again, revealing more than it covered. Chibuzo handed her the water, trying not to stare, but it was hard to ignore. Mama Okap was a woman in her 50s, yes, but the kind of woman whose body still turned heads. Her chest was full, the wrapper clinging tightly around her curves, and that backside, God must have taken his time on it. She sipped the water slowly, her eyes on the TV. This girl for Big Brother no sabi dance at all, she said casually, shaking her head. Then she laughed softly, a low, warm laugh that filled the room. Chibuzo nodded, his eyes darting between the screen and the woman sitting comfortably in his room with only a wrapper holding everything together. Mama Okap didn't seem like she was in a hurry to leave. Mama Okap leaned back in the chair, sipping the last drop of water, her wrapper still holding on stubbornly as if it had its own secrets to keep. The room was quiet, except for the TV where Big Brother Naija housemates were dancing noisily, but nobody in the room was watching anymore. She glanced at Chibuzo with a mischievous smile. "Ah, neighbor," she began softly. "If like say you sabi do well oh. That's your girlfriend the other night. The way she shouts, everybody for compound hear am. Even me for my house, I just dey hear Chibuzo, Chibuzo." Chibuzo cleared his throat. Embarrassed, he forced a small laugh. "Ah, Mama, abeg oh, you know young people now." But Mama Okap didn't stop. She leaned forward slightly, eyes twinkling with teasing. "No be small thing oh. So you dey strong like that? The girl no even hide am. See the way she shout like person wey win visa lottery." Chibuzo laughed again, scratching the back of his head, unsure of what to say. He expected her to drink her water and go, but Mama Okap didn't move. Instead, she adjusted her wrapper slowly, deliberately, like someone preparing for something. The way she shifted on the chair, the way she leaned back with one hand resting on her thigh, it was clear this landlady had no plans of rushing home tonight. What happened next? The display Mama Okap was about to show Chibuzo would shock even the walls of that compound. But that one will shake the whole story in episode 4. Comment next for episode 4. To be continued.